From New York, the greatest city in the world, it's The Late Show with David Letterman. Tonight, Helen Hunt, a man who found a valuable piece of art, Jason Grant, and a musical performance from DJ Shadow, Q-Tip, and Lateef. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra. And now, federally protected wetland, David Letterman.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, did everybody have a nice Thanksgiving? Here's what I love most about Thanksgiving. You get to go back to your parents' house. I love going back to see your parents, and it's fun to see those rotary phones again, isn't it? It should take you about 20 minutes to place a call. And where else do you get the opportunity to adjust a pair of rabbit ears on a TV? I've been thinking how I can describe the typical Letterman family Thanksgiving to you folks, and here's what it is. It's like the Sunni triangle with pie. By the way, do you like cooking secrets? Here's what Mom does. And Mom's been making turkey 60 years. Literally, been making turkey for 60 years. So she knows what she's talking about when it comes to turkey. And you know how after Thanksgiving dinner you get a little drowsy? You kind of get fat and logy? It's because that chemical, that tryptophan in the turkey. So here's what Mom does. Just before she puts the turkey in the oven, on the outside of the carcass, she will attach right there the nicotine patch. Right in. Wow. Wonderful. And you know, every year, of course, they have like the national turkey, and then the big deal is that President Bush will come out onto the White House lawn and he will pardon the national turkey. And so we went through this thing, and they pardoned it, and then the national turkey was adopted by Madonna. Did you know that? They pardoned it, yeah.
So that's something I haven't heard.
But every year, President Bush gets to pardon one turkey, and this year it was Donald Rumsfeld. Today is the busiest shopping day of the year. Anybody try to go shopping today? Crazy. I was in a store today, and a woman, and she was nasty. She was churlish. Oh. And she aggressive, and she came right up to me, and she grabbed my hairpiece, and was looking, honest to God, looking for a price tag. And then Macy's. Have you been to Macy's? Oh my God! Forget it. I went into Macy's. I was pushed. I was shoved. I was groped. Hell, I'm going back tomorrow. An old standard. There's Paul Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Paul Schaefer, ladies and gentlemen, the Paul Schaefer Band. Good to have you here, my friend. Everything all right over there?
No. I'll be all right. I just have to apologize. I'll be fine.
No, you're... Did you have a nice Thanksgiving? You know what I like about the Thanksgiving and now we all feel just dopey. Don't we all feel a little dopey today?
Logy.
Because it was... But here's what keeps me going day after day when I come out here before the show, and we have about 500 people in the audience, and I just want to tell you something. I've been in television a long time, so has Paul. We get the best audiences in the world right here. And, okay. All right. Don't push your luck. And what keeps me going is it doesn't make any difference what kind of day I had. Did I have a good day? Did I have a bad day? It doesn't make any difference because I know when I come out here on the stage and I get to spend a couple of minutes with this audience, I'm going to feel better.
That's right.
And tonight was no exception. And now wait a minute. Hold on. Now you're starting to get on my nerves. And tonight I came out and met a lovely woman from San Francisco, and we had a fascinating conversation about socks. Wonderful, exhilarating chat about
you enjoyed it.
Socks.
Yeah. So that's nice.
Why do I even try? There they are right there.
Yeah,
there's the socks.
Yeah, they're great.
You know, one of the great things about this time of year, one of the many great things, it's the beginning of the big holiday film season. And are you film buffs like me? Do you enjoy the cinema? Oh, man. So because it's the holiday film season, we have prepared for you now something called the Late Show Holiday Movie Preview. Here we go. Take a look. The Late Show Holiday Movie Preview. That's all we got so far. That's all we had so far.
Yeah.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for great moments in presidential speeches. Great moments in presidential speeches. Here we go.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
There would have been a deficit, but there wouldn't have been the commensurate, the kick to our economy.
That's right. Talk about being logy. What we like to do on the show from time to time, a few years ago I met a guy at Paul's wedding. Remember that kid?
Yes.
What's his name, Gary?
Yeah, Gary was right.
And he works for the Federal Bureau of Miscellaneous Information. And these people are charged with the responsibility of gathering as much information as you can imagine. And they get it everywhere, and it's fascinating. And I got a letter from Gary a couple of years ago saying, I'm going to send you some of this stuff. It's hilarious. Maybe you can use it on the show. And we've been doing it every Friday night. And we thought for just something fun to do, you folks would like to get a chance to meet Gary, your old buddy from the wedding. Was
Gary?
it your friend or your wife's old friend?
Well, he was my friend, but I didn't know he was in town.
He's here tonight, ladies and
Get
gentlemen.
out.
Do me a favor. Please say hello from the FBMI, our old friend Gary Klein. Gary, come on out. Here he is. Thank you very much for being on the show. I haven't seen you since Paul's wedding. It's good to see you again. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah. And you came up this afternoon from Washington. Did you have a good trip?
Yes.
And how are things down there in Washington?
Good.
Yeah. And do you like working for the FBMI?
Fine.
Yeah. And I see you deal with the fun facts all the time. Do you have any funny stories about the things that happen around the office there?
Yes.
Oh. And could you tell us one of those funny stories?
No.
Well, anyway, Gary, listen, thank you very much. It was great seeing you. We really enjoy the fun facts. And is that the batch of fun facts for tonight?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
And I got a bonus fun fact for you.
Okay.
You're not fooling anyone with that hairpiece.
Gary. He hasn't changed a bit, has he?
Nice to see him again.
So here we have actual fun facts. Let's just begin. There are no poisonous snakes in Maine. Did you know that? No poisonous snakes in Maine.
I did not know that.
Europe is the only continent without deserts.
Europe? Yeah, I guess
There are 132 rooms in the White House.
132 rooms.
132. It's bigger than I thought.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Most of it is the Oval Office.
I don't think we have time to name them. Most of Yogi Berra's nonsensical quips are the result of an addiction to cough medicine. I didn't know that either.
At least he has an excuse.
Yeah, sure. The Center for Sleep Research has spent $7 million trying to disprove the widely held belief that if you snooze, you lose. You hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Somebody's working on that.
They're saying if you snooze, you win.
Yeah, well,
perhaps.
they don't know. They're still looking into it.
They don't know.
No. The Nobel Prize in Literature has twice been awarded for phone books. In the event of an electoral vote tie and a tie in the House of Representatives, a presidential election would be decided by applause. Like that. That makes sense. The FDA technically classifies pancake batter as soup. The country most recently admitted to the United Nations is responsible for refreshments. That makes sense. Country gets in, you got to bring the snacks.
Sure,
Why not?
It's only fair.
Tiger Woods cannot play miniature golf to save his life. I've heard that. You just can't. There's something of.
Funny, you would think it would be the same.
Yeah, just the opposite. The scale is all wrong, and he can't play. Mercury's retrograde shift into Scorpio makes this week a good time for financial investments. I don't know how that got in there.
Well, that's more of a horoscope.
Yeah, more of a horoscope, really. You're right. Yeah, I don't know what that's doing in there. Oh, Apple, the big computer company, is developing an artificial heart that holds 1,000 songs. That'd be nice. Something to keep you company.
Yeah.
5% of people who have voices in their head, 5% of people who have voices in their head say at least one sounds like sportscasting legend Chick Hearn.
How about that? Really?
That wouldn't be a bad thing either.
No, to have that voice?
Saddam Hussein recently sent out invitations to his hanging.
See, and again, I wasn't invited.
Well.
Telling
Donald Trump wears twice as much makeup as his wife. Yep. Seems about right. Before a family squabble, one of America's largest companies was known as Johnson & Johnson & Johnson. And then there was a family squabble.
Now it's just Johnson & Johnson.
In the Soviet Union, television watches you. I think that's an old Yakov Smirnoff.
Yeah, how did a piece of his...
Yeah, that's old. I don't know how that got in there at all. Send that to Branson, right? Exactly. Yeah. During the 20th century, Western Union did a brisk business in X-rated telegrams. Elizabeth Taylor once divorced a man she never married. I can see how that would happen. I mean, when you're dealing in that kind of volume.
That kind of volume.
Like George W. Bush in college, Saddam Hussein was a cheerleader. Now, I didn't know that.
Really? Saddam Hussein was a cheerleader.
It is customary to tip toll booth operators. I don't do that.
I don't do that.
I don't do that either.
What percent? Like 5%?
I guess 15%. Just
15%.
Like a maitre d' or something.
Yeah.
In 1997, the Supreme Court ruled that women could be admitted to the hair club for men. As a landmark, I remember that.
It would have to
be. Not that long ago, yeah.
It would have to be.
The most common street name in America is 138th Street. And finally, oh, that's a shame.
Now,
that's all we got.
I could get Gary back out here.
Okay. Enough of Gary.
All right.
And finally, the French dip is consistently voted the world's dampest sandwich. right. We have a tremendous program for you tonight. A lovely actress, a fine. She's won an Academy Award. That tells you all you need to know about the quality of acting.
Yep.
A beautiful, wonderful, lovely, fascinating individual. Her sense of fashion is remarkable.
Unparalleled, really.
Her hygiene is impeccable.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Her sense of civic awareness is second to none.
Really?
She lights up a room. You know her, you love her. Helen Hunt is joining us tonight. Also, Jason Grant. This is an interesting story. This guy, Jason Grant, from somewhere in New England, I think Vermont, but we'll check when he gets out here. He and I think a friend, maybe his wife, were out antiquing, like on a weekend or something, and they stopped in one of these little roadside antique places, and there was a bit of statuary that kind of attracted him, and he paid
like a statue, you mean?
Yeah, just a piece of statue. And I think he spent like $40 for it. Anyway, a couple of months later, his brother-in-law's over at the house, who knows a little something about art, and he says, oh my God, that could be a Degas.
Wow.
And he said, if it is, it's worth like $100 million. And
$100 million.
And it turns out it was.
Whoa.
Yep. Anyway, the kid's name is Jason Grant, and he's here tonight. Right. And also DJ Shadow, Q-Tip, and Lateef. There you go. We'll be right back with tonight's Top 10 list and Helen Hunt. If I didn't hold that up, that's DJ Shadow, Q-Tip, and Lateef. It's going to be a big thing and a big night, and we're very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, here's tonight's Top 10 list. Let's do that. The category, Top 10 Signs Your Family is Nuts. And this is based on family gatherings all over the world. And, you know, I think Thanksgiving, for my money, is the best holiday you can have because it's mostly just about family and friends and a lot of good food. And that's the holiday right there.
Yeah.
It's not over-commercialized and stuff like that. And it's a nice time to get together. But you really realize that most of your family just whack jobs. I mean, don't get me started. And I want to tell you something about my family. There was a time when I was the problem in the family. A long time ago. And I knew it, and everybody knew it. But by God, things have changed. Things have really changed.
I see.
Anyway, Top 10 Signs Your Family is Nuts. And here tonight to present the Top 10 list, the national spokesperson for Toys for Tots, here's Dr. Phil. Everybody, Dr. Phil. There's Dr. Phil. Thank you, Dr. Phil. Top 10 signs now your family is nuts. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
I ate too much and all, but it was great.
Yeah. Top 10 signs now your family is nuts. Here we go, number 10.
You're 42, but your dad still makes you watch the parade on his shoulders.
Oh, that's sweet, though. Number 9.
All of Mom's recipes involve 1 part gin, 3 parts tonic.
Not a bad deal. That's a tasty beverage right there. Number 8.
Breaking the wishbone usually involves a trip to the hospital.
And why not? Number 7.
The Shiites next door ask you to keep the fighting down.
Yeah. Number 6.
Never had Thanksgiving with family because you work at the Late Show.
Yeah, well, so what? Number 5.
Have to eat your dinner without utensils because everyone's on suicide watch.
Number 4.
In honor of the Pilgrims, everyone gets scurvy.
That's right. Number 3.
So-called turkey is wearing a dog collar.
Number 2.
Instead of spouses, each member brings an attorney.
Yep. And the number 1 sign your family is nuts.
Caught your wife giving thanks to the caterer.
Yeah, there you go. Always a pleasure. Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. There you go, Dr. Phil, everybody. Ba-ba-ba-da. Dr. Phil, nice of him to drop in after the big holiday. Thank God. Work that into his schedule. Our next guest is an Academy Award-winning actress starring in a brand new film currently in theaters entitled Bobby. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the lovely Helen Hunt. Oh, Helen, come on out. Well, you look great. You look lovelier than ever. Did you hear that? My God,
I
good
did.
for you. Whoa, that's nice.
Gracious. That's my boyfriend. He should keep it down.
But anyway, you look like $1 million.
Well, thanks.
Are you here? Were you doing parade activities today, or did I just dream that? You weren't in the parade yesterday, were you?
I wasn't in the parade.
What about last year?
No. Never. I was in a. I've never been asked. First of all.
Yeah.
I was in a parade when I was 12, but it was sort of a sad affair.
What was the parade?
It's called the Hollywood Lane, Santa Claus Lane Parade. It's probably huge and amazing now.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, it was a small little parade down Hollywood Boulevard, which
I kind of remember this, yeah.
as nostalgic and beautiful as Hollywood Boulevard can be, it also has a slightly skanky side, which is what I remember. And I was 12 years old, and I was in the television series version of Swiss Family Robinson. Everyone's going to remember Swiss Family Robinson. No. You're thinking of the totally respectable and sweet Disney movie. This was not that. This was an Irwin Allen, who I don't know if anybody remembers, but made all those Towering Inferno and the disaster movies. So this was sort of a Swiss Family Robinson disaster kind of hybrid.
Really?
Yeah. Every episode was like the typhoon or the pirates or the dog. The dog comes to the island. First of all, they're stranded on an island. How does the German Shepherd get to the island? We don't know.
Wow.
And the dog was supposed to be very scary, but it was just this sweet Labrador with a dental plate,
Really had a dental
Literally,
plate.
they put teeth in it and then a sound effect It was not a high budget affair.
And once a week, something terrible would befall the
Something
family.
terrible happened. And then we were canceled mercifully.
Oh,
But I got to be in the Hollywood parade
Sure.
with a Santa that I remember was sort of funky around the edges. There was something not
Well, that's
quite
the way
right
about
there.
it. Yeah. But anyway, that's a long time ago, and now you have a little girl of your own.
I do.
And she's 2.5 years old.
Yes, and your son is
3 years old, just a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So what is your life like with a 2.5-year-old?
It's a lot of driving. I'm in Los Angeles now, so you're basically kind of a secretary / driver, nursemaid, caterer
Right.
to your 2.5-year-old.
What kind of things do you need to drive the child for?
Well, anything in LA. To do anything, you drive. So she's got this car seat in the back that's sort of like this throne. And can I have cheddar bunnies? Okay. Can I have Cheerios? All right. Can I have all right, right away. Coming. I want water. Here it comes. I want to talk to Daddy. Okay. I'm rolling calls for her. And then now I've turned her onto music. So
nice.
She's just listening to what I'm listening to. But now she has an order. I want to hear the Dixie Chicks. She has a list that I hope never goes away. I want to hear the Dixie Chicks. Then I want to hear the Black Eyed Peas. Then I want to hear Bunny Wait. Then I want to hear Tom Petty. Then I want to hear the Dixie Chicks. So I'm like Fat Boy Slim, spinning. I need DJ.
Yes.
I need DJ Shadow and Q-Tip in the car with me to help me
that's
get
cute,
through
though.
going to the market, basically.
Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, and so she calls Daddy, and what is the level of that conversation that she'll have with Daddy?
Hi, Daddy.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple, but it's very sweet.
It is very sweet.
I miss you.
Yeah.
And just as
Oh.
you, but when you talk to her on the phone, Like I called her today and said, hi, I miss you. And I say, I've been thinking, I got to go. All right. When they're over it, man, they're just over you.
And do you mind if we show a picture of the little girl?
I would like that.
Okay, and I guess we didn't mention the little girl's name, did we?
Her name is McKenna Lay.
McKenna Lay, what a beautiful name.
Thank you.
What is that to have some meaning that we don't know? What a cutie. And
her shirt has a pigeon on it because we were here in New York all year, basically, and so pigeons to her are like exotic peacocks. They're just like the greatest things in the world, and if you're at stroller level, they're a big part of your day, basically.
Come right up and sit on your lap if you're not careful. And here is a picture of Mommy when Mommy was in the Swiss Family Robinson.
I don't know. Let's go back to McKenna.
But again, what can you tell me about the name, McKenna Lay?
It's Hawaiian and it's sweet like her. I don't know. She's awfully sweet.
Yeah? Well,
yeah.
Good for you.
I'm sure everybody with a daughter in the world comes and says, well, fix my kid up with your kid, but my kid's pretty great.
Good.
How's your kid?
I feel the same way about my son as well.
Good.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Really?
Yeah, well, see how it goes.
Well, what's in it for me?
Our families can all be together.
We don't want that. Now, I saw you in the Bobby movie, and that was interesting because you're in there with was that the first movie you made after you had your little girl?
It was very surreal. I had been home for 2 years with snugglies and baby blankets and toys and nursing at 4 a.m, watching TiVo Charlie Rose because I'm going to stay in touch. It was pathetic, basically. And then I got this job. And in the movie is Anthony Hopkins and Sharon Stone and Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher and Freddie Rodriguez and Bill Macy. It's just these many, many famous people. Lindsay Lohan, and I just felt like I was hallucinating a little bit.
No, I mean, it's not exactly your first rodeo, for God's sake.
It was not, but I had been on the bench. Where do you go on a rodeo?
I don't know.
I've been in the corral.
Where was I? You were in the corral.
You know what I mean.
But just the opposite would be true. They should think, oh my God, look who is back.
I don't think
Helen Hunt is back, and here we go.
But my daughter got to meet Anthony Hopkins. That was exciting.
Really?
And he said, you can call me Tony. And she said, hi, Tony. And I was like, this is Anthony Hopkins. You kidding me? Don't call him Tony.
And then, in addition to that, you directed a movie, which just seems like madness. Why would you want... Here's what I understand about directing a movie. You're responsible for everything.
Crazy.
Shoelaces. There's not enough Cheetos. We're out of dip. The mayonnaise has gone bad. The folding table has collapsed.
That's it. You've said it. You've described it.
Right.
In a nutshell. It's an
was
insane
it
choice.
Rewarding or challenging? Certainly,
Challenging,
but rewarding.
Certainly rewarding. I hope. I have a great cast: Bette Midler and Matthew Broderick and Colin Firth. It's a great group.
What is
I
the
hope
story?
It's about a woman. I cast myself as that part.
Cool.
Not totally stupid. I can't find a good part. Well, I'm going to pick myself. And she was adopted, and her birth mother, played by Bette Midler, finds her, and then she's in a crazy love triangle with Matthew Broderick's character and Colin Firth's character. And it finally got so crazy. I co-wrote it with 2 other people. I directed it. I was in it. That you say action, and then you play your scene, and then you say cut, and everybody looks to you to say, well, how was the writing, how was the directing, and how was the acting? So by the end, I was like, the writing was great, the directing was fine, I was terrific. Matthew, I have some notes for. Like, I just blamed everybody else, because I snapped.
And why not? And has it come together? It's all put together now?
I'm putting it together as we speak.
And do you like what you see so far?
I hope so.
Yeah. Let's take a look at a clip from Bobby. And this is a fictional account, or a fictional possible recreation of the activities leading up to the assassination of Robert Kennedy at the hotel, the
Ambassador Hotel, which we were shooting at as they were tearing it down.
Demolishing it.
My character is married to Martin Sheen, and I think Heather Graham's in this clip, and it's just this gathering of people waiting for Bobby Kennedy to come out on that night.
All right, let's take a look here. It's called Bobby, currently in theaters.
I'm a stockbroker.
I'm an artist.
As well as a patron of the arts. She bought a painting of a can of soup last month.
A can of soup?
I think it was Campbell's tomato?
Yes.
No, onion.
Tomato.
She says tomato, I say onion.
It's an original Warhol. Do you know he was shot yesterday?
And probably by someone who sobered up and realized they paid a fortune for a picture of a can of soup.
You're terrible.
There you go. Martin Sheen, one of many, many people in the film, and the lovely Helen Hunt. Well, Jesus, great to see you again. You look wonderful. Congratulations
you so
on the baby girl. She's a beauty.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Helen Hunt, we'll be right back, everybody. Al Ches on tambourine, ladies and gentlemen. Take a bow, Al.
There is none other. There is none better.
A lot of guys do this.
They just do
A
that.
lot of guys do that. He combines the tambourine and the stick.
That's right.
You have to have super coordination to be able to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
God bless you. Studied with Stevie Nicks on the tambourine years ago. He's damn good, and we got him. Well, this is a great story, perfect for the holidays. Our next guest is a teacher from Rochester, New York, who recently made a purchase of a lifetime. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Jason Grant. Jason, come on out here. This is pretty exciting, and this is one of those things that, you know, maybe you hear about it or maybe you just wish it could happen, but by gosh, it actually happened to you and your family. Tell us about it.
Well, Dave, I was at a tag sale in Rochester.
Oh, I thought it was Vermont, but it was Rochester?
Rochester. I was at a tag sale in Rochester about a month ago, and I saw the statue, and I thought it would look great in my rec room.
Right.
And a couple weeks later.
Do you know anything about art, by the way?
Very little, very little.
Yeah.
And a couple weeks later, I'm watching football with my brother-in-law, Chet, and he sees it, and he seems to think it may be worth something. So, long story short, I get a guy from the library to come up, and he takes a look at it, and he determines that it may be worth about $110 million.
Whoa, my God, $110 million. That's crazy, isn't it? And what did you do then? Did you just go crazy? I mean, have you had it verified by others? It's an authentic. Who actually is the sculptor?
Edgar Degas. It's called Spanish Dance. He was
Dance?
a late 19th century French Impressionist painter. Mm-hmm. And he did a lot of sculpting, obviously, as well.
Wow. And any idea how it turned up at a tag sale?
No idea. It was a young Spanish woman, Hispanic woman, that was selling her stuff out there on the street. She had old sporting goods stuff, and she had some old paintings and stuff. Yeah. And I was interested, and she gave it to me for $20. It was actually $20.
$20?
$20.
And have you contacted her, and you're maybe going to share some of the money with?
No. Let's be fair. I will contact her.
Yeah. So if she's watching, she should expect a call. Yeah. All right.
I'll do what's right.
Okay.
I'll do what's right.
Now, do you mind if it's when you look at this thing, do you mind if I pick it up?
Sure.
It's remarkable in that it's not that big, but yet it's certainly worth $110 million. It's fascinating. And again, I don't know that I would, and I don't know, geez, I don't know. And how does it look in your rec room, by the way?
It's great.
Yeah?
It's great. I don't think it's going to be there long, but
we probably,
somebody's going to own it.
Are you going to sell it right away, or are you going to hang on to it?
Well, we have people working on it right now.
Maybe put it in a museum or something?
Yeah.
That's just nice. Oh.
What was that? What did you do?
Nothing. I didn't.
I knew I shouldn't have done this. This is bullshit.
No,
I'm going to get my $110 million. I'm going to sue you.
No,
I'm going
I
to
didn't.
sue your ass.
I didn't know you could.
The arm, it's gone.
No, it's right here. There. It'll be fine.
You can't put this back together.
Yes, you can put it back.
I will own you.
No, you're not.
We'll sue you. I'm suing you. I'm suing you too.
Yeah, I know somebody who's not getting a call. All right, we'll be right back with DJ Shadow, everybody. Now What's going on over there? What? We've added a tuba to the band?
Nothing. Yeah, we have a tuba.
Is this the first time we've had the tuba here?
Well, I think it may be, actually.
Something for the holidays.
That's right.
Yeah. Help you to digest yesterday's lunch.
I hope you enjoyed that.
Nice going, Tom.
That's
boy,
right.
oh boy. Yeah. Tambourine, tuba?
You got it.
Oh, we must be down to the T's in the, in the musical glossary. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play Will It Float. Let's...
Will it go? Will it go? Will it go? Will it go?
Here's the Will It Float home game. This is just perfect. The holidays around the corner. Inside, you get your own container of water and a list of things to float. And now, also, it's impossible to get these. It's in the new PlayStation 3 game, the Will It Float PlayStation 3. Very popular. What are we trying to float tonight, Alan?
Hi, I'm Alan Coulter, TV's Uncle Jerry.
I wish you would stop saying that.
Dave, it's a 6-pound, 12-ounce can of whole yams.
A can of yams, it has to sink. Is it a metal can?
A metal can.
Yeah, it'll sink. Because you say it's how many ounces?
It's 108 ounces, 6 pounds, 12 ounces.
Wow.
This is a huge can of yams.
Yeah, it's got to sink, I would think.
I think it's going to float.
Why would you think it would float?
Just have a feeling that there's no reason why.
No, I think it'll sink.
It's going to sink, yeah.
What are we playing for tonight, Alan?
Dave, we're playing for a brand new waterbed. Back to you, Dave.
All right, I say it'll sink. You say it'll float?
No, I think you're right. It's going to sink.
Okay,
yeah.
we both, Paul and I both think that it's going to sink.
Definitely it'll sink.
Bring up the deal and let's play Will It Float. Here we go, everybody. Hi, girls. How was your Thanksgiving? Nice to see you. How are you? Thank you for being here. All right, go ahead, toss it in. There you go. Thank you so much. See you later. Thank you very much. What did it do? It sank?
That's down there. Yeah, we win.
And that's how we play Will It Float. I think everybody's a little thrown off by the holiday yesterday. We'll be right back with DJ Shadow.
Time for Behind the Scenes at The Late Show. This has been Behind the Scenes at The Late Show. Tell your friends.
Thank you very much, Paul. All right. During the commercial, we received quite a few calls at the CBS switchboard, but we're going to continue.
Oh.
Our next guest is a talented DJ whose claimed new CD is called The Outsider. Please welcome with special guests Q-Tip and Lateef, DJ Shadow. Ladies and gentlemen.
New York City! The David Letterman Show. Show your love one time for DJ Shadow. I'm gonna teach the true speaker. Let's go now. Let's go. Hey, hey girl, let's go out and paint the town tonight.
I struggle to find my place with the bass and the treble, the sky high. Whether you're stout or you're short or you stand or you fall and you don't have the chance with the mall. From project to playground, cross down to uptown. Open your heart to the beat, this DJ down. From DJ to DJ, it isn't easy. We make the vibe of the world, hope that you say. Listen, we seep in, deeper we seep in. Listen to Q-Tip, Shadow, and Latif in. Listen to soul, cause the music is here to kiss insane. Jam shine, drop to the insane. This is for all y'all, folks who say, oh no, we ain't gonna vibe in the chance on this man's song. Do get your ass up, how could you pass up the chance of us in your world? Can you stand up? Day in, day out, we be working. Tensions hot, my feet be hurting. Now it's time and I am certain we have had enough. Let's say what, say. Listen as I let this echo in the ghetto, in the meadow. What? Every female, every fellow, we have had enough. So come on, just dance, dance, come on, dance, come on, dance, come on, dance, dance, come on, dance. And everybody, come on, put your hands up, put them up, come on, and put your hands up, put them up, come on, and put your hands up, put them up, come on, and put your hands up, put them up, down. They go crazy, get dumb, you won't, what, time to motivate the party, go shadow, go shadow, go shadow, go shadow, go. Everybody up in the David Letterman studio tonight. Let me hear you make some noise. Day in, day out, we be working. Tensions high, my feet be hurting. Now it's time, and I am certain we have had enough. Hey, yo, listen as I let this echo in the ghetto, in the meadow. Every female, every fellow, we have had enough. But everybody just dance, dance, come on, dance, dance, come on, dance, dance, come on, dance. Yeah, that's right. Everybody, put your hands up, put them up, come on, put your hands up, put them up, come on, put your hands up, put them up, come on, and put your hands up, put them up, yeah, and just dance.
Yes, there is. That's what I'm talking about. How you doing? Latif? Q-Tip, how are you? DJ Shadow. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll be right back, everybody. How about that?
That was great.
You had Latif.
Yes.
You had Q-Tip.
Yes, you did.
And DJ Shadow.
DJ Shadow.
What a show.
What a show.
It's a meal in itself. That's all you need.
Video presentation.
Oh, yeah, and then they had a thing back there. It was like being at a drive-in or something.
Coordinated with a...
My thanks to those folks. Also the lovely, oh, my God, Helen Hunt. Isn't she more beautiful than ever, Paul?
More beautiful than ever. I was just going to say that.
Jason Grant and Dr. Phil. Monday on the program, Kate Winslet and Tom Waits. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
The Late Show is a production of Worldwide Pants Incorporated. This is Alan Coulter saying good night and drive safely.
I'm bloated.